Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands from Hearts. How are you guys today? Today is day 4 of week 2, Easter treats. I love making them. They're so much fun. But today we're going to actually do an Easter card, but we are focusing this week on punches and dies, and that is the main focus on this card. It's not a stamp set. We do use a sentiment from it, but it's not the main focus. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you. I mainly used these dies, and this is from the Painted Labels dies. It's a great little die set. I use this one here out of basic white. I use this one here, and then I use the 2 leaves that are in the set to do the ears. And then I used as an accent set, I used this set, which I have used for every project this week. I think every single project has used this. I love this set, and it is a die set called Pierce Bloom's Dies. It's like one of my favorites, and I'm going to be using it throughout the whole week. Every single project this week has this die set used on at least one element of it. So definitely check this out. So the Pierce Bloom's dies are the bomb. Check those out. Okay, so we've used the small flowers and the bow out of the Pierce Bloom dies, and then I've used the Banners Pick-a-Punch for this section of the card. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll give you the dimensions. This piece here is a piece of thick Whisper White card, not Whisper White, oh my gosh, I keep saying that. Basic white cardstock. We've changed our white, and so it's a different white, but it is thick, which means it's a little bit thicker than our regular basic white cardstock. And definitely check that out, because when you use it as a base for your card, you definitely would like to do that. So this time I'm going to do the opposite colors. So we are going to use this piece here, which is 4 by 5¼ inches of a designer series paper. This happens to be Fresh Freesia, and the one that I have already done in my display card is Polished Pink. They both are out of the same pack of paper. You get 4 colors of each pattern, so definitely check it out. It's a great little pack of paper. So we're going to go ahead and attach that down. Now the bunny is going to be lifted up, and so we're going to be using some dimensionals here. So let's go ahead and put those onto there and onto our little bunny face. We are going to attach the ears as well. They are also going to get dimensionals, but I'm going to use the minis so that I can put them close to the points and give this piece quite a bit of support. All right, then our flowers, hopefully I have them all here. These are cut out of Polished Pink. We're going to be stamping on that piece for the words. And the flowers, 2 of them are going to be glued down straight, and then 2 of them need some dimensionals on them. If I can lift these up, we'll put 2 of those on the back of these. All right, that's it for dimensionals, except I think I used a mini in the middle of my bow here. There we go. All right, I also used a small 1/4 inch strip of our designer series paper, and that is a 1/4 inch by 5½, and then I used 18 inches of ribbon. Now, to cut all these pieces, I just used scraps. So we're going to get our Take Your Pick tool out, and we're going to pull the backs off, and we're going to start building our bunny. So I'm going to do the head and the body first. We'll start with this piece right here. It's such a pretty die, isn't it? I really like it. We're going to put this near the bottom. I'm going to move it a little bit to the right. There we go. And then we're going to put the head on our bunny. So just like this. Now we're going to go ahead and pull the backs off of the leaves, which form the ears. We're going to tuck those in just like so. One there, one here. There's our bunny ears. And now we're going to build our little frame of flowers and put our bow on our bunny. So we're going to put the bow right there. Looks good to me so far. We're going to build our little, like I said, our flower frame. So we're going to go ahead and grab my silicone mat, and we're going to use our wet adhesive. We're going to put on the back of these two flowers. We're going to lift those up, and we're going to put one on this side and the other one on the other side. And then we're going to fill in the middle sections with these raised flowers. So let's go ahead and put that one there and this one overlapping like that. Gonna just work them around, make sure that they fit nice, that they're in a good spot, that they work their way around the entire little bunny. That looks good. Okay, you want that little flower crown to be cute, right? So let's get it in place. I'm going to go ahead and use some wet adhesive as well on this little skinny strip, 1/4 of an inch. Work that all the way down, and then I'm going to use my tweezer to pick this up. And we're going to press that on the edge. We're just going to leave a tiny bit of white showing on the right side, like so. All right, get it in place and slide it down. Perfect. So there's that. Let's do a little bit of stamping. So we're going to use our Memento Black, and we're going to stamp on the inside of our card. Since this is kind of a bigger stamp, I'm going to bring the ink pad right to it just to make sure that all the words have gotten ink on them. And I will stamp those right here on the inside of my card. It says, "May your days bloom with joy and happiness." It's such a pretty stamp. And then on the outside, we're going to stamp right here the words "Happy Easter." I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make sure that the Happy Easter is nice and inked. And then we are going to stamp it to the right side here of our piece of cardstock. There's my Happy Easter. Let's clean these. I like to use my chamois to clean my stamps. So this is a really simple Easter card. The words came out of Easter Friends stamp set, so definitely check that out. Now we're going to use this punch, and this one right here, this piece that I used is 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches of polished pink. We're going to slide it in to the back of the punch till it can't move, and then we're going to give it a little punch, and there is that bannered end. And just like here, we're going to use our dimensionals, and we'll put 3 of those along the back edge. We're going to pull those off with our Take Your Pick tool. The reason I like using that Take Your Pick tool is that the dimensionals end up staying where they're supposed to go, which is the trash can, right? All right, and there is our Happy Easter sentiment. Make sure that that lays in place nicely. Let's move this ear over slightly so that you can kind of see that point. There we go. And there's our Happy Easter banner at the top. And then the final finishing touch is the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. We're going to be using our Take Your Pick tool, but the putty end this time. I'm going to grab one of these large ones. I'm going to place it right here in the center. Make sure it sticks down nicely. And then we're going to use the baby ones. So let's go ahead and pull those off. I'm going to put them even in the ones in the back. I'm just going to slide them into place. So there's those two. And then we'll do the two on the top. And one more. And what I love about these iridescent rhinestones is that whatever color they are attached onto, they take the hue of that color. So I'm going to bring this up to the camera so you can see. On this pink, they look more pink. And on this purple, they look more purple. It's like a pale purple and a pink. Same on the bow. And then for the final step, this is also our polished pink open weave ribbon. And it's beautiful. We're going to go ahead and tie a knot. And this is an 18-inch length that I have used to wrap around the inside of the card there. Make sure it's nice and tight before I pull it. There we go. So there's that. And I like to have a little bit of a looser bow, so I'm going to go ahead and give it one more knot. And this time, since it's already secured to the card, I can leave it a little bit looser when I tie it, and it won't. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and cut these ends. I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors, and I'm going to trim this one and this one. There you go. So there is our cute card. This bow is having a mind of its own, isn't it? There we go. We'll get rid of these little ends, put my scissor back, and then I will show you both cards. So there's our Happy Easter card. I hope that you have enjoyed watching me put it together. I certainly enjoyed putting it together for you. Don't forget that these dies, which are my favorite, the Pierce Blooms dies, are the ones that I am using on every project this week. So definitely check these out. And then the coordinating painted label dies is the main focus of the bunny itself. And I use the banners punch to do the sentiment at the top. So definitely check it out. I will have in the description below all the items that I used, and they will link you to my online store if you'd like to purchase them. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Send me a message, let me know, or place an order at my online store. I do have a monthly host code, and you can get that off of my website. If you go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com, on the sidebar, if you're on a computer, or at the bottom, when you scroll to the bottom of the first blog post, you will see my code for the month, and it changes every single month. So definitely check that out and insert that if you don't mind when you're placing your order. I'd appreciate it. Again, this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. I'm so happy to have you here. Hit the thumbs up, share my video, and definitely give me a comment. Let me know what you think of this card. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Kelly, Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping, guys.